Greetings. Today I want to speak to you on a very sensitive subject. It is called Neville Goddard Contradictions. And this is part one, because I'm going to do a series and show you these contradictions so you would understand why those contradictions are there and why you need to know the truth. Now, this is not going to sit well with certain people because everyone have their agenda, and many people would have put Neville Goddard on a pedestal, and many have joined the bandwagon and the agenda without questioning anything. That is why I always say, question everything and be attached to nothing. Now, let me say, I was quite aware long time ago concerning these contradictions. That is why this channel is named Abdullah and Neville Goddard. And many people always want to know who is Abdullah, and they want to know more about Abdullah and so on. But I'm going to tell you the truth, and I'm going to show you the truth, and you have to read between the lines for yourself. Now, I do not care who gets hurt in the process, because, for example, when I said, fuck Jesus, I am speaking about the one that was given to you that is not in your image and likeness, the one that doesn't look like you. You can say fuck that anytime, because you are not cursing yourself. You're cursing an idol that is given to you to keep you under a spell. But I'm here to break the spell. I'm here to break the curse. Because blessings, abundance, prosperity, it is actually your birthright. It's your natural state of being. And it is your right to know the truth that will set you free. It is your right to understand the message of symbology. So let me go straight into this first contradiction, which I want to use to show you. And this contradiction have to do with 1922 versus 1933. Now, 1922 is when Neville said that his brother was doing this imaginal act to get what he believed that their family deserved, because his father started in a business as a shareholder and they were forfeited from it. Okay, I'm putting it in my own words, okay? And he wanted to show that he had something inside of him. And he uses his imagination and visualizes his family name on the building, okay? Which this business is still existing throughout the Caribbean islands, and it is actually the biggest business in my country, and one of the biggest business in Barbados also, and the other countries, okay? And before I go any further, I just want to let you know that the very first business in my country in terms of the private sector, okay, in terms of the private sector, that instituted the compulsory vaccination of every worker is the Goddard family business that did that. Even the people who were on probation, they told them for them to get the job, they have to be vaccinated. And right now it has already been established that no one can work in that establishment unless they have been vaccinated. And all of that is to show you something which I will go into deeper in another video, but I want to stick with the 1922 and the 1933 and show you how it is actually contradictory. And it's either they knew of this secret long time ago and he's putting it and hiding it in a certain way. You have to learn to read between the lines. Now, if you have any basic common sense at all, you would realize that many of us have been using this power unconsciously. Okay? Therefore, for someone to hold to a vision of seeing their family name on a building that they do not own, and to do it for 2 years, they have to have had prior knowledge of this law. Basic common sense. They have to know something about how thoughts become things. They have to know how imagination definitely creates reality. They have to know the power of visualization to just be under that energy and that vibration repetitively without any doubt. That person have to know that faith is a knowing and a feeling. And so when you really realize that the Goddard family was living in a predominantly black island in the Caribbean that was colonized, you will understand a little bit deeper, as I said before, when I go into the other videos and show you, because you put it together. Okay? And he says that his brother uses his imagination and he visualizes his family name and that building for 2 years. So that would be from 1922 to 1924. Now the question is, where was Abdullah? And where was Neville Goddard? And he would have left Barbados when he was 17 years of age. And he spent 12 years prior to 1933 when he had his desire, and he went to Abdullah and tell Abdullah concerning his desire. As he states, what am I really trying to say to you? I am saying to you that you must not just swallow everything like line, hook, sinker, everything. No. Think for yourself. Okay? Also, this family, according to Neville himself, would have kept this secret from the other people in the island of Barbados. And it would have become merchants, because he said that in a lecture that their business would have cost around that time more than 15 million. Think about that time to now. And he was saying no one could even buy their business, and how it would have spread throughout the islands. And in one lecture, he mentioned the name of my island where I'm living here. That's when his father had the court case, and he won the court case, and now he had to take his goods out of the storehouses and so on, or the storerooms and so on, and they put them on ships and send them to the islands. And he was naming some of the islands that they were sent to. And I'm saying all of this to show you how these islands and these parts have been conquered, because the people do not understand the power of the mind and how the mind works. And I'm here to show you the book that they used to do it, and why they always had knowledge of this psychological book, and they misinterpret this book to keep you a slave. That's why I'm not afraid to say, fuck any Jesus that doesn't look like me, that doesn't paint it like me, because I know what I would have experienced. I know who approached me. And that is why when my brothers and my sisters try to tie themselves and call themselves Hebrew Israelites and try to interpret the Bible as literal and secular history, they're not getting it right. But yes, you have to see your image and your likeness every time. Okay? So, my brother and my sisters, when Neville speak about he coming to this knowledge, or he gives you the impression that he comes to this knowledge around 1933, it doesn't add up with the story concerning his brother of 1922, and owning the business from 1924 and been running the business up to this very day. In another video, I will show you how they actually got into Barbados and why if you travel to Barbados or you travel to my country, you see a certain set of people are the one who owns the wealth and why they own the wealth and what was passed down and handed down to them and what was shared to them from lip to ear. Or from lip to ears, okay? I want to make sure you understand me clearly. It's in all the islands. That's why I am speaking about it, because you have to learn to break the spell. You see, if you are under a spell and I am not under a spell, you could be 60 years old and my son or my daughter is just about 15 years old, and he or she would be more than 50 or 100 years ahead of you because you're under a spell. That is why a whole island of people in Barbados was around that time, and the Goddard became number one. And it's something that's still happening all now, because many people are allowing themselves to be under the spell. Many are afraid to use the internet and speak these things. Many are selling themselves cheap for views and subscribers instead of standing for the truth. But you see, when you grow up in these parts and you know what it is like to grow up in poverty and having a poverty mentality, and you escape that poverty mentality and you break the realm of the matrix and you rise above the matrix, you cannot be controlled. You don't give a damn whether you have money or you don't have money. You know how to survive because you know that you are money. You know that you are prized possession. You know your value, and that's the most important thing in this life. So my brother, my sisters, don't just jump on the bandwagon. Don't just embrace everything and be a parrot, just quoting Neville. I'm not saying things that he said isn't the truth. I'm not saying the law is not the truth, but you need to know the whole truth. Because the whole truth, when you know the whole truth, that is what will set you free and teach you concerning your real identity. And you need to know also your true history. And you need to know that you're born from a family of mental slavery and based on epigenetics and based on your DNA and so on. Certain things have been passed down to you and you have to break those things. That's why sometime ago a woman reached out to me sending me a video with a black man putting Neville Goddard on a pedestal, and he joined with a man who says he was a student of Neville. I can't remember this guy name, who's running some metaphysical theater at some Lindell man, okay? And I tell this woman, look, you are still fucking asleep. You're not giving honor to your ancestors. You're not embracing your ancestors. You want to take someone else's ancestor and put them on a pedestal. That's what you're doing. You see, there are many swaps for this Jesus idol they give you. There are many different swaps. They swap it, put it this way, put it that way, put it this way, put it that way, put it this way, put it that way, to check you. But I'm saying to you, you have to learn to believe in yourself. You have to love yourself. And if I should come to a close here, this is what I will say to you. And what I'm saying to you, it goes to me too. Question everything and be attached to nothing. That's why I feel free to question me and feel free to challenge me with what I am saying, and do not be a coward behind a computer or behind a phone, because there's a lot of people like to talk a lot of shit hiding behind a phone or behind a computer. I'm not hiding, I'm showing myself. But I'm saying, if you're not careful, as one who looks like me, you're going to eat everything and do not even know who the hell you are. What shall it profit a man if he gain this whole world? This damn illusionary world. And loses his own soul. The knowledge of who you are. Your true self. Your true essence. When you are truly rich and abundant, you will know all the liars and vampires on this planet. You will know that a civilized mind has no room to enslave others. A civilized mind wants to free others. So, my brother, my sister, I can go on and on and on and I can make this a rant, but I will not do that because right now the rain is pouring down very, very heavily. As a matter of fact, this is the rainy season in the Caribbean. That's why you're not seeing me out in nature as much, because it's raining a lot these days. So I'm going to come to a close here. I want to say to you that there are many contradictions in Neville Goddard lectures that I'm going to point out to you. But I just want to stick with that one, and I want you to look at it for yourself. From 1922, what his brother would have done. And he was boasting about it in terms of talking about it and how successful the business would have become. And that was between 1922 to 1924. But yet, he telling you that is when he met Abdullah in 1933. He really got this kind of knowledge about the Bible and how the mind really works and all of these things. But my brother, my sisters, when you know why his family was actually in Barbados, why they were living in Barbados, and so on, you get to understand me a little bit more, and you understand many other things that I will go into. This is just the foundation I'm laying for you. So let me say to you, if this is the very first time that you are listening to me, and what I'm saying, if it resonates with you, it makes sense to you, and you want to get more of what I am saying, and you haven't subscribed already, I definitely would encourage you to subscribe, to like, to comment, and to share this video. Also, if you would like to go deeper with me and see how deep the rabbit hole really goes, you can do one-on-one with me, because I am definitely doing this one-on-one inner son Bible study for prosperity for anyone who wants to get in touch with the inner and outer solar system and understand how the Bible must be interpreted with the understanding of nature. You see, Neville interpret the Bible for you in a psychological way, but you have to take the psychological understanding of the Bible and you have to dovetail it with nature and see the power of nature and see where people are not aligned with nature and they have gone away from nature. And our people would have gone away from nature. That's why many of them believe in a S-O-N instead of the S-U-N. So if you really want to get more deeper into the inner son Bible study for prosperity, you can do it one-on-one with me, and I show you the science and the technology of the inner sun to create your reality consciously, and why the sun parallels the human imagination. I'm speaking about the S-U-N, not the damn S-O-N of 2,000 years ago, that damn brainwash and slavery. Okay? Why the sun parallels the human imagination parallels the sun. And without the sun, there is no life, and there is no light, and without the human imagination, there isn't anything made that was made. Okay? So, if you would also like to follow me on Instagram, or you like to follow me on TikTok, you can definitely follow me at Black Mat Guru. And if you feel strongly to support this work, I just want to remind you that we have a PayPal, and the link is always down below. Also, I have a $20 course on my Patreon. It's called the Inner Sun Science and Technology to Create Your Reality Conscious. And that's where I'm laying the foundation of the Inner Sun Science and Technology, and furthering it by offering you this one-on-one, so you would get this strategy and you will understand how to use reverse psychology and break yourself from all form of mental slavery, get out of the spell, break the curse, and you start from here being the one in your family to break the cause and start to create generational wealth in your life. So if you feel strongly led to listen to those videos, I'll definitely encourage you to do so. And after you listen to those videos, and if you're strongly led to have one-on-one with me, you are very much appreciated. So with that being said, I just want to say peace. Love you all. Out.